All right, guys, it was imperative that we got you guys in here today. We wanted to talk to all of our specific groups because it's the second semester. You guys have 3 semesters down here at Blake. Sophomores, you done figured it out, what you can do and what you can get away with. Several of you have figured out how to be successful. Some of you, not so much. And it's getting to that point where I'm starting to feel a little bit of fear that you're not going to make it. When I looked this morning, our senior class was about 370 students. Then our junior was right at 400. You guys are close to 500. What's happening every year? It's decreasing. Why is it decreasing? Dropping out, failing, not getting the credits. Grades have dropped. I'm looking at grades and I'm looking at sophomores that got GPAs of less than a 2.0. You can go to the next slide for me, please. Sophomores with grades less than a 2.0. And that is one of your requirements that you must have in order to graduate. Well, I do this, come here every day. Some of you get on a long bus ride, 2 buses, and do this for 4 years and not leave with the diploma. I have people sitting in this room that have GPAs less than a 1.0. Yeah?
Not funny.
It's not funny.
Not funny.
Because what's really not funny is when you're begging one of your admin a week before graduation in 2028 to let you walk across that stage, and we say we can't. We've had people show up to graduation knowing that they're not going to graduate and have their parents there, have their grandparents there, have their friends and family fly into town to not see their person walk across that stage, because it's all funny until we get to the end of the road. Some of your graduation requirements, the big ones, 2.0 GPA, C or higher. You need to pass your benchmarks. This year, some of you got several, everybody in here, this 10th grade. So your reading one, your 10th grade reading one, you have to pass this benchmark in order to graduate. I have seniors right now, not that many, that have not passed the 10th grade benchmark, and they're taking it every time we offer it. Their entire senior year has been a big ball of stress because they don't know if they're going to walk across that stage.
Can I say something, Mr.
Yes.
It used to be, and the state of Florida has switched game on us. By that I mean, it used to be you only had there are 3 criteria that he is describing up here. Your GPA, your benchmarks, and your credits. It used to be that we could allow you to walk if you had the GPA and the credits. Now, the state of Florida is taking that completely away. If you do not hit all 3, you don't walk.
So I'm going to tell you the same thing that I told the juniors, because the conversation with the seniors is a little different. I'm going to tell you the same thing that I said, and what I told them was, anytime that you have an assessment in front of you, anytime you have a test in front of you, you do not need to blow it off. I don't care if it's a PM1, a PM2, definitely not the PM3. When you take those tests, the EOCs, I don't care if it's a test that you're taking in your Reading 180 class, if it's a test that you're taking in geometry or algebra, you need to take that test very seriously and try 120%. I mean, lock in your classes, because you do not want to be that person that don't know. I see kids, when they pass that 10th grade benchmark, shoulders go from up here to here, because it's lighter, knowing that you did it and you don't have to worry about it anymore. You don't have to think about it anymore. It's not in your head. You're not waking up thinking, oh, am I going to make it? Am I going to graduate? No, you know it because you're locked in. And there are certain things that you need to do while locking in order to ensure that you're successful here at Blake High School. Something happened that was great. Yesterday, we got the news that our last year senior class, the district had a 90% graduation rate for the first time in history. Our school had the biggest jump. We went from 79% graduation rate to 88% graduation rate. This senior class, the one that we have right now, they're projected to be right at 90, maybe 92, I'm hoping. You guys need to be around 95. We want to see each and every one of you go across that stage, shake our hand, and then one of them going to hand you a diploma. This morning, I had some really good news. I had a student get out of the car in the car line. Some of you guys are car riders in the morning. Y'all see me out there. Got out of the car in the car line, and she was in tears because she just got the news that she got accepted into Purdue. And that was her reach school. If you don't know what a reach school is, you usually apply to 3-4 schools that your grades, your GPA fit. You think, I have a chance of getting in here. But then you also apply to that school that, I'm probably not going to make it, but we'll see what happened. Purdue was her reach school, and she got in. That's the type of news that we want to see. We want to be on here and having like a Juju when he got to sign with Howard. We want to hear these good news and see you guys lead to great success. But our work ethic and our patterns of work and our behavior all plays a role in you being successful. Because if you're not in class, you're not learning. If you're not learning, you're not going to make these benchmarks. You're not going to get the GPA. Nod your head if you understand what I'm saying. We care a lot, but we can't care more than you care about you. If you want to be successful, you got to do the work. We got the people on this campus that will ensure your success if you do the work. Mr. Cleveland is going to come up. Mr. Thompson is going to come up. Ms. Jones is going to come up, and they're going to tell you what you need to be doing because some of this stuff you already know, and we got some new people in here that maybe don't. We have to reiterate our expectations here at Blake High School, the epitome of schools. So we're going to repeat some of the stuff that you already know, but there have been some things that's changed, and some changes have come, and some of you guys have been witness to this, but we got to do better as a school. We got to do better. All right?
All right, so those that don't know me, I'm Mr. Cleveland. I'm one of the APs. I handle A through L. Ms. Robinson handles M through Z. So if you ever need to know who your AP is, just go by your last name, and if it fits within there, that's who your AP is. Anytime you need bus passes, anything dealing with behavioral stuff, issues with other students or teachers, you go to your AP to actually get that stuff handled. Ms. Jones, right here, she's our APC. She handles the grade scheduling and also testing. But if you have any issues with classes and stuff like that, you go to your guidance counselor first, and then they will come to your AP. Then your AP will actually let her know whether you can make a change or can't make a change. And then you got Mr. Thompson. He also helps out with discipline. He's the athletics person. So any questions about athletics, make sure you're cleared, everything like that. That is Mr. Thompson. And then he also has where's campus activities. So anything that you're trying to do on campus, got to go through him and his secretary. So you got to make sure talk to Mr. Thompson and also his secretary, which is Miss Green. When we talk about the discipline as far as our mission, we just want to make sure that we keep our students in the classrooms by utilizing our restorative approaches to curb behavior, provide supports for our students and families, and provide strategies for our teachers to help students achieve the 3 E's. Hallway. So this is one of the things that we run into a lot with a lot of students. When you're in the hallway, you always gonna hear me say, Where your pass? You gotta have a pass. If I'm gonna be in this hallway, I gotta have a pass. I gotta have my ID on me. A lot of you guys like to leave your ID on your book bag, but when you leave the classroom, it's still on your book bag. So if you get outside your classroom and you run across me or any other person that's pushing the rules, you're gonna end up being an ISS because you left your ID in the classroom. And if you notice, anytime you see any teacher, anything like that, any AP, you see us with our badges no matter where we go. Because again, you have to identify yourself. So you got to make sure where you're supposed to be at. When you're in the cafeteria, make sure if you know you go into another teacher's classroom, you need to have that pass for that teacher ahead of time. So when you leave the cafeteria, you already have that pass available to where you can show it and go to your next location. Most teachers have a pass, and if the teacher that you always go to don't have a pass, you need to stress to them, hey, I need you to have a pass. So Mr. C or anybody else don't stop me because I don't have a pass. Sub passes. Sub passes is to go to the restroom and student affairs. They're not to go to guidance. They're not to go to any other teacher's classroom to go pick up a charger, anything like that. Going to another teacher's classroom to pick up my book bag, it stops now. Take your stuff with you. There's no reason why you should be leaving your stuff in another teacher's classroom. Because if you ask a teacher, can I go get my charger, my blanket, which there shouldn't be no blankets on campus. As you know, a lot of y'all, I have been confiscating as I see them. And you come get them at the end of the day. Same thing with the slides. You got to make sure you meet those expectations so we don't have to keep reiterating the same thing over and over and over. Some of you guys have started the whole tardy situation. There's some of you guys that already reached the ISS time frame where you already got 10 tardies. The system automatically generates it. So when I get here early in the morning, I already start processing every last one of them. So there's some people that's actually in here now. You have ISS when you get back on Tuesday because you already reached the 10 mark. And some of you guys, just because I noticed, you probably have some more. You're going to keep accumulating those tardies if you're not getting to class on time. So make sure we start getting to class on time because when you have 10 tardies, it gives you 1 day of ISS, 15 is 2. 20 gives you 1 day of ATOS, which is out of school ISS, and then 25 and more gives you 2 days out every time. So every 5, you will get some type of consequence. And like I said, I process them every morning when I get here. So make sure where you're supposed to be at. There's no wireless devices used in classroom. I walk into a lot of classrooms and I see people actually on them. And my whole thing is I have some teachers that's pushing the rule and some that's not. Yeah, is that confusing to a lot of you guys? Yeah, I can understand it. But the main thing you got to understand is you see the rule right here. So whether that teacher is enforcing the rule or not enforcing the rule, you know the rule. So when we do have teachers that's actually pushing the rules like they're supposed to, don't be coming at them, well, why are you the only one doing this? All right, well, I don't know why they're not doing it, but I can only control what I do. And that's going to be their response every time. I don't have to justify everything with you because at the end of the day, you guys know the rules already. So stop trying to play teachers on teachers and just do the right thing to where you don't have to run into those situations. There's no charging in the classroom. So if a teacher say you can't charge your phone in her classroom, the answer is a no. Don't try to come down to student affairs, hey, can I charge my phone? No, get off your phone. So then when you get ready to go home, you have a charger on your phone to call whoever you need to call. But y'all be on it so long, you need to charge it. Skipping and leaving campus. If you're not in class within that first 10 minutes, you're considered skipping. There's no reason why you're not in class at the right time. Do not leave the classroom or campus without permission. That bell is the only thing that releases you from class. Just because your alarm is set and your phone say, hey, we supposed to be leaving already, you still supposed to wait until that bell actually ring. Because it's too many times, especially at the end of the day, we got too many people already standing at that gate and the bell is nowhere near, still another 2-3 minutes before it actually ring and you already are downstairs. So I need you guys to make sure you stay where you're supposed to be at and wait until that tardy bell rings. I mean the bell to leave class. Parents, when you're leaving, campus, your parents need to come into the front office. Those of y'all, because I have nobody in here that actually drives, so your parents should actually be coming into the front office. Even if you have a doctor's note or whatever, and you're coming in, they should be signing you out, and then we should be calling you down to come down. Because a lot of times, a lot of you guys are come down to student affairs. Oh, my mama in the front office. Ain't nobody called you yet. And then we look up in the front office, there's no parent up there. Your parent in the car. Your parents must come in to actually sign you out. There's no sitting in the car waiting for you to come on out and things like that. When you're dismissing for the day, 2 o'clock on Mondays, we don't do anything else as far as dismissing outside of that. Unless you have some type of doctor's note or something like that that you actually need to leave and things like that, give that to us ahead of time so we know how to plan accordingly. But on Mondays, 2 o'clock, that is the cutoff time. Tuesday through Friday, 3 o'clock is the cutoff time. Dress code. I'm still seeing a lot of people showing their stomach, lower back, untie the shirts. No part of my skin should be showing on my stomach area or in my chest area. So again, I'm getting to that point now where I'm finna stop with the jackets now, because I keep asking young ladies to zip their jacket up, and then I catch them later, they got the jacket zipped back down. So the next time that happens, matter of fact, I'm gonna help you out now. Monday, Tuesday, when I see it, I'm sending you to ISS. Whether you got a jacket or no jacket. Because at the end of the day, the rule says no midriffs, no spaghetti straps, no halter tops, none of that. It don't say nothing about, but if they got a jacket, they can zip it up. That ain't what the rules say. Because too many people, y'all mess it up, and so you can be disappointed at some of the students that's actually here that go to Blake High School who messed it up for everybody. But I'm to that point where I keep saying the same thing over and over and over, and I'm like, man, if you ain't gonna keep this jacket zipped up, let me go ahead and stop with the rule and actually enforce the rule completely. Those that's doing the slide situation, you got slides in your book bag, and then you put your shoes on. That's called deliberate defiance. Starting Tuesday, I'm writing you up. I'm not sending you to ISS no more. I'm actually writing you up. And when I write you up, I'm sending you home. Because at the end of the day, you know what the rules are. You know what the expectations are. So you're just doing it just to do it. And you're just hoping that I don't catch you. And a lot of times I catch a lot of y'all be running when y'all see me. So I already know you did something wrong. I just don't know what it is yet. The expectations in ISS, no talking, no sleeping. Make sure you do your work. A lot of you guys have not passed your benchmarks. We're going to make sure that you guys have access to IXL, Khan Academy, and a couple other different platforms to help you guys be more successful, to ensure that you guys pass your benchmarks. Because we want that graduation rate to keep increasing every year. And the only way we can do that is try to help you get there before your senior year happens. Because I want to see every last one of you guys done with your benchmarks before you become a senior. So I'm going to pass it over to Ms. Jones so she can talk about the graduation requirements.
So continuing what Mr. Cleveland was just speaking in reference to benchmarks, your 10th grade year, like this is the time now that you need to make sure when you sit before the test, the same thing as Mr. Johnson said, you need to take all of these tests seriously. Your 9th grade year, if you didn't score a level 3, that's what you're shooting for right now is a level 3. That's passing your benchmarks. So that's for ELA, and that's also for Algebra 1. Again, we want to be able to get you guys across the stage. We want every single person sitting in here to graduate. I do not want you to be on my list of juniors that I have to call out of your classes 8 separate times next year to sit for the CLT or the SAT or the ACT, ELA retakes, in hopes that you're going to pass, so then you can be able to mark that off your list of things to do. You don't want to be that kid. Credits. Right now, if you're sitting in this room with the completion of first semester, you should have around 10 to 10.5 credits, 10 and a half credits. So I don't need you to nod yes or no, but if you know that you don't have 10.5 credits at this particular time, right now, with the close of first semester, you have some work to do. That also means that some of you guys are probably sitting in credit recovery. If you are sitting in credit recovery and you're not making it to class every day, keeping your phones put away and doing what you need to do, that's a problem. Because also it's saying that you're not going to have the amount of credits needed. So again, about 40% of you sitting in this room has some work to do. So you need to start coming to school, going to class on time, making sure you're paying attention when you're in class, completing your work. You need to start taking it seriously if you have not done so already.
So just to piggyback again about what we're talking with the IDs. IDs, you should always have them on you. So when I go into a classroom, even a sub classroom, I need to display my ID to that to my teacher, my sub, whatever it may be. Make sure you display your ID so everybody knows you are one of the students who's supposed to be in that class. If you know you have two temporary IDs per 9 weeks. So then once after you hit that, it's actually no more temporary. So you either gonna have to pay the $5 or you have to end up going to ISS because you do not have an ID. When are we supposed to pick up our IDs? By when? First period. So by the end of first period, and you know you don't have an ID, you should have already went to Coach Thomas beforehand. And I know sometimes your teacher don't enforce the rules and things like that, but it's putting you in the bind where when your second and third period teacher actually gets you for no ID, guess what? You going to ISS or you paying $5 for a new ID. So make sure you're learning to be more responsible. One other thing too, I want to talk about a lot of the kids here, you know, you go across the street to Publix and things like that. When you're actually crossing that street, we prefer if you guys cross that street before school and after school, go under the bridge and actually take that sidewalk, because we did have a situation I want to say earlier this week where a student was actually crossing that crosswalk and one car was being too impatient and almost turned and actually hit both of those girls, and they was actually in the right of the way. But I see a lot of you guys at the end of the day, you guys be crossing right across the middle, and I'm like, man, that's not safe.
And understand if something were to happen to you, that's on you and your family if you're crossing over the median like that, because you're not utilizing the safest areas to walk. Now, true story, Middleton, unfortunately I had some students that passed away because they ran across Hillsborough Avenue or Boulevard. And both students were struck, and unfortunately one passed from their injuries. And the family was looking for something to be done, but unfortunately there was nothing that the police could do in that case, because the students chose to run across the street, not utilizing the correct paths to get across the street.
Next slide. All right, so then we have this, while we waiting on this lovely lady to talk about PBIS, one thing that I also wanted to let you guys know, we do have the Wildin' Out event coming up February 20th at 6 p.m. So those of you that want to support, we do have QR codes in the cafeteria and other little locations, so you can come out and support. And if there are some magnet students who actually want to participate in it, let me know, and I can actually put you in so you can actually display some of the things you actually do when it comes to art, theater, orchestra, all the different magnet programs that we have. So if you want to display even an insert or something that you actually did, we able to kind of put you in there. I just need to know that you actually want to do it. All right, here goes Ms. Shanique.
All right, first of all, good afternoon. My name is Ms. Johnson, and I'm your resource and behavior teacher, and I'm your PBIS coach. First of all, What's PBIS? Does anyone know? If you know what PBIS is, raise your hand. Oh, one person, go for it. Oh man, you can read. I love it. Use your resources. Positive behavior interventions. Yeah, clap her up. So honestly, what it means is we want you to behave in a way that allows us to learn in an environment that's safe. So my colleagues ahead of me, they just went through all of the student expectations, right? So we're going to continue that trend. Next slide, please. Our school-wide expectations are respect, responsibility, and pride. So when you move around campus, even if you're not on campus, you're representing Blake. So our general and school-wide expectation is to do so with respect. That could look like arriving on time. Being responsible ties directly into wearing your ID, having it prepared for our events on campus. And when we show our pride, that could be at Wildin' Out, you can be performing, you could be displaying your artwork. We're gonna have dignity and show your confidence in your abilities. Next slide, please. So one of the ways that we measure if we're doing a good job is the continuous improvement survey. Basically, it's panorama, and you've been doing it your entire life, and if you've been in Hillsborough County Schools. So if you haven't done this yet, next slide, please. Log into Clever. If you log into Clever and you take the survey, I will give you 15 PBIS points. Somebody asked me, what's the question that's in your mind? What's the question? Can you scan it right now? You put away your device. However, at the end, I'll put it back up. You can turn your points to other questions in the room. One more question, yeah. If you already did it, come and see me on Tuesday, because I'll be in the lunchroom rewarding our honor roll and principal honor roll students for an academic incentive. That's an excellent question. Any more questions about this slide? There's two more I know that's out there. Go for it. Excellent question. I will be in the cafeteria during all 3 lunches. If I change that location to the PBIS store, I will post it on Canvas, and so that you know. No other questions? This is excellent. Go ahead. What do we get from the PBIS store? Okay, so big ideas. What is it? If you meet the expectations of our school and your teachers, that means you're arriving on time, you're completing your tasks, you're tracking your grades, you should be earning points. Now, we're all human, aren't we? We're gonna help each other. So if your teacher does not remember to give you points, I'm asking you to advocate for yourself, because this is a school-wide initiative. Miss, I came to class on time. Are you giving out PBIS points today? You say that respect? It's real easy, okay? If you have helped a peer, if you did a great piece of art, or you produced something that you're proud of, and you're showing pride, like, man, I think this deserves some points, you can earn up to 5 a day. And then every other Wednesday, the 2nd and the 4th Wednesday of the month, we'll open the store. What's in the store? Has anyone shopped? Okay, if you shopped in the store, tell me what you got. Yeah, tell me. You got stickers? Okay, anyone else got anything? What'd you get? What'd you get? You got candy. And behind you, what'd you get? Oh, you got juice. Okay, so we want to create an inventory that you deserve. So if you want to give suggestions, I'm talking to you. Come see me. Hey, I would love to have this. If you're in the PBIS store, talk to me. All right, so when students demonstrate our school-wide expectations, you'll earn points. We're going to start with a monthly goal for you to earn points. So it's all of us together. You have to remind your teachers and remind your peers, hey, we're earning points today. We got to be on our square. Next slide, please. How do you know how much points that you have? Well, everyone in this room should have the Focus app. Every teacher is doing data-driven instruction. That means they're going to look at the information that goes along with you, and they're going to make a decision on how they're going to educate you. So if they have that information, shouldn't you have it too? Your grades, your benchmarks, how far away you are from meeting your goal, that's your data. Scan it, and then you'll also be able to track how many points you have. The points represent your effort. You deserve to be acknowledged and rewarded for doing good. That's my opinion. All right, next slide. So my updates, just to notice that you can't see it there, but the next time our store will be open will be the 28th of January. By then, you should have earned 15 points from me for doing your survey. You should have earned at least, that's 2 weeks from now, at least 10 points for arriving on time to classes if you go, a minimum. Come and shop with me. Our Q2 incentive, behavior incentives, we are going to be starting just randomly. If you have your ID, it's something that we want you all to have to keep us safe. It's not just because we want to hassle you, right? Unfortunately, we live in an age of school shooters. We have to know who you are, where you are at all times. Your parents are going to back me up. Don't fight me. Put the ID on, and if someone asks, just show it. It is not to hassle you, it is to keep us all safe. That's the bell, so I'm gonna ask that you guys, does anyone wanna close out? No? Yes, go ahead. The QR code. I will put it on Canvas for you. If you need to talk to me, email me. Have a great day. Make sure you make good choices.